These guys are after my heart, chanting, mind your own damn business. That feels good, so thank you.
In that moment, seeing Vice President Harris be like, oh yeah, I picked the right guy. It's good. The Harris-Walz campaign rally tonight for the first time, they're together. Pennsylvania, of course, is a critical part of their path toward winning the White House, and so they held their first rally tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania seemed quite happy to have them. Pennsylvania State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta tweeted this picture of Governor Tim Walz today. Look how happy the pig looks. Holding a baby pig at a state fair. Representative Kenyatta wrote, I personally look forward to seeing Tim Walz at every Pennsylvania state fair his schedule will allow. Joining us now from the Harris-Walz rally in Philly is Pennsylvania State Rep Malcolm Kenyatta. He's a member of the Biden-Harris National Advisory Board. He's also now running for Auditor General in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Representative Kenyatta, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be with you.
You've seen a lot of politics in your young life. What is your assessment of the reception that Pennsylvania and Philadelphia tonight gave to the ticket, gave to Governor Walz, who a lot of people are meeting for the first time this very evening?
You know, listen, the last time a presidential candidate tried to do a rally like this in my district here, the seats were just as empty as his promises. Tonight, what you saw was a fired up crowd of people who heard not just a campaign message, but they heard a vision for a future in this country where every single person can be treated with dignity and respect, where you can have a job that pays you a dignified wage, be treated, given benefits if you happen to get hurt at that job. Know that you're not lying to your kids when you look them in your eyes and tell them that the future is going to be a little bit better for them, than it was for the last generation. I think what we've seen really over the last couple of Democratic campaigns, with Obama, we heard a message of hope and change. With President Biden, we heard about restoring the soul of America. And with Tim Walz and Kamala Harris, what we're hearing from this vice president, future president, is a message of freedom and joy. And that's what you saw in this rally today. So much joy.
The polls right now in Pennsylvania show essentially a tied race, a very, very tight race between the Democratic and Republican tickets. A lot of people looking at the importance of Pennsylvania, looking at the tightness of the polls in Pennsylvania, thought that that was a real reason to put Governor Josh Shapiro on the ticket. He was not chosen as the running mate, but he gave a speech tonight that took the bark off the trees, shouting himself hoarse, bringing the house down in Philadelphia. What do you make about the prospects for Harris and Walz in Pennsylvania, how those might have changed since President Biden abandoned his re-election bid, but also now since this new running mate has been announced?
Listen, this is like, how do you pick an ice cream scoop, right? Like, it's their only good options. The vice president had a ton of good options, but only she could answer the question about who she needed to help her advance a bold agenda to make life better for people. But what I'm excited about in this entire process is that the entire country got to see the bench of Democratic rock stars and of true American statesmen who are doing important things. Listen, I'm excited that folks got to know Josh Shapiro, who's my good friend, who I've had the good fortune of knowing and working with. We just passed a budget, the single largest investment in K-12 education in history. I worked with Representative Benham on a bill where we're going to reform how we deal with pharmacy benefit managers, which is a complicated thing to say. We're going to lower the cost of prescription drugs in Pennsylvania. We're making it so that there are feminine hygiene products available in all of our schools and that all of our kids can get a free lunch. We're getting big things done in Pennsylvania, and because of this process, a lot of people got to hear that. But I am telling you, you can take Governor Walz to any part of the Commonwealth right now, and he would get a reception just like this. And I'll let you in on something. I said to Governor Walz and to Vice President Harris before the rally that when he goes to that first state fair, I better be with him. And he shook his head yes, and he said yes, he's ready to go. And so I'm looking forward to it, because we have a message here as Democrats that I think works in every single corner of the Commonwealth, and it's why you're seeing this race be in a position where, yes, it's going to be close, but where I do feel like the momentum is on our side.
State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta, sir, it is always great to talk to you. Thanks for making time for us tonight.
You too.